Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Sahid back on board. Super glad to have you back. This is the channel where we discuss everything infotainment, migration abroad, healthy lifestyle and so on. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please like and share our videos, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. And to all our returning subscribers, we're very excited to have you back and thank you very much for being there always. So what are we talking about today? We're looking at Saskatchewan province of Canada, where the government has announced 2 new talent pathways under the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, which is referred to as the SINP, in order to grow the workforce in the agriculture and the healthcare sectors. This is still as a result of shortages in these 2 sectors of the province. So Saskatchewan is making all efforts to align its immigration program with current labor market needs, based on current realities. The new pathways will therefore be looking towards attracting international skilled workers with industry-specific experience to fill in-demand jobs in both sectors of healthcare and agriculture. The agriculture talent pathway. In terms of the overview for the agriculture talent pathway, so you would have to secure an SINP approved job offer in Saskatchewan, meet the criteria in terms of this subcategory, and you should have an intention to live in Saskatchewan province as a permanent resident. So all nominees with temporary work permits must also reside in Saskatchewan. You may also qualify for this subcategory if you live outside of Canada. So all you need to do is to have a proof of legal status in Canada, and you're not a refugee claimant. Of course, you would have to write your English proficiency, and when it comes to the English proficiency, generally we would have to review that much later. So you would need a Canadian language benchmark level 4. So you must have completed your secondary school or high school, and you must have at least 1 year of full-time work experience in the past 3 years. So, and that is in your intended occupation. So you need or you should have a 6-month or 780 hours of full-time employment, which is 30 plus hours per week. So this is something that you need to achieve, and also attest to your intent to live and reside in Saskatchewan province of Canada. You must have an offer in an eligible permanent or full-time agricultural sector job in Saskatchewan, and you will need a valid SINP job approval letter to show proof. What are the occupations that they're looking at in terms of the occupations that are eligible for this stream? So this include material handlers, livestock laborers, harvesting laborers, livestock workers, nursery and greenhouse laborers. So people work in food and beverage processing, meat cutters, poultry preparers, testers, graders, food and beverage processing, mechanical assemblers and inspectors, laborers in food and beverage processing, among others. So for the health talent pathway, that is for healthcare workers generally, offer for a skilled job in Saskatchewan, meet the criteria for this subcategory as well. You must also intend to live in Saskatchewan. So, and for this one, you've got eligibility for the non-express entry, and that one you need to achieve a CLB, Canadian language benchmark level 5, and you must meet the following work experience as well, which is pretty similar to that of the agric, so which is 30 hours plus per week, 780 hours of full-time employment in the of work experience in the job with employer that has provided you with a job approval letter. So you have to be eligible for Saskatchewan licensure where applicable. So for some healthcare professions, you would need to be certified, and that you would need a licensure by the province. So you would need to have a post-secondary education related to your job, and which would be like a bachelor's degree, master's degree, or 3-year degree at a university or college, as the case may be. So you would also have an intent to live in Saskatchewan, have a job offer with an SINP job approval letter. Occupations that they're looking at in this one include managers in healthcare, specialists in clinical laboratory medicine, specialists in surgery, veterinarians, dentists, optometrists, pharmacists, psychologists, then dietitians, nutritionists, physiotherapist or chiropractor, occupational therapist or kinesiologist. We got nurses or physician assistants, midwives, opticians, licensed practical nurses, paramedical occupations, animal health technologists or respiratory therapists, veterinary technicians, medical laboratory technologists or medical radiation technologists, dental technologists and technicians, sonographers, dental hygienists, pharmacy technicians, cardiology technologists, massage therapists, medical laboratory assistants, dental assistants, nurse aides, or patient service associates, home support workers, caregivers, and related occupations. So you would have to look at all these occupations to be sure that you've got experience in those, and that is for the non-express entry pathway. So for the express entry pathway, so only those that are accepted into the IRCC express entry pool are eligible through this stream. So in this one, it would mean that the express entry applications receive priority processing by IRCC for permanent residency with expected PR application processing time of 6 months or less. So what that means is that you would have a valid express entry profile. Every other thing has to be in place, as previously said, and all the occupations that I previously mentioned are all listed here. You would have to go through all that to see the national occupation classifications, NOCs for each of those occupations. In terms of the English language testing, so you must prove your language skills ability with an approved language test by taking an approved language test. And in order to do this, the IRCC accepts certain language testing. English language testing are acceptable to the IRCC include the IELTS, which is the International English Language Testing System. And for the IELTS, so what happens is that you can look at the conversion of the CLB, the Canadian Language Benchmark. You can look at the conversion right here based on speaking, listening, reading, writing, and see exactly what category you would fall under depending on what you're looking at your target for CLB level. So that equally applies to the CELPIP, which is the Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program. And for that one as well, you can look at the conversions and see what happens when you have certain scores for speaking, listening, reading, writing, and see what it's equivalent to. That equally applies to the TF Canada, which is the Test d'Evaluation de Français. So that is the French equivalent of the English proficiency. In that one, you would have to also look at it from the point of view of speaking, listening, reading, and writing to see what exactly it would be equivalent to. So generally, in terms of how to apply, you need a job offer. So you can start your search with the SAS job website, and that is exactly where you can check out all the jobs that are available in Saskatchewan province generally. So you can see the various cities if you're searching by city. And currently, as of today, these are the places where you've got the most of the jobs in Saskatchewan. You can see the most of the jobs in Saskatoon, and that has got over 3,200 jobs. Followed by Regina, which is the capital city, and that has got over 3,000 jobs. And other cities including Moose Jaw, Yorkton, Swift Current, North Battleford, Prince Albert, Kindersley, Fort Capel, and so on. And if you also want to check the jobs by occupation, you would have to look at it based on what field you have. So in this case, the target should be on health, which as of today has got 255 jobs currently advertised, and the agricultural sector, which would fall under mostly under the farming, which has got 290. So, and some of them would also fall under some other path. So you can check out all these jobs under here and see exactly what you need, so you can find a job offer that is required for this pathway. Your employer will need to provide the job approval letter from the SINP. You would have to follow the guidelines on the application process. You would have to create an account, of course, complete all the sections, scan and upload your documents as required, save and submit online, and you should expect the feedback within the defined period that they've got on their website. So in terms of other information, if you're looking for some other information generally regarding these two pathways of agriculture, the agriculture talent pathway as well as the health talent pathway, so you can check them all out here. So that brings us to the end of the review of the two new pathways that have just been introduced by the Government of Saskatchewan in Canada. Those are the streams for agriculture and healthcare workers to be able to move to Saskatchewan province of Canada to take care of shortfalls and, critical shortages in these two sectors of the economy in the province of Saskatchewan. Looking for more updated information as we've brought to you today, definitely this is where you should get logged into, and that is at this channel. Please like and share our videos, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the all important notification so you have all our latest videos as we release them, so you can have all our future videos. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you some other time again. Thank you and bye-bye.